Hello children, welcome to Brilliant's online edu classes. I am here with the prose The Little Girl of your course book Beehive of class ninth. The Little Girl, written by Catherine Mansfield Murray, was born on 14th of October 1888 and was died on 9th of January 1923. Catherine Mansfield Murray was a prominent modernist writer who was born and brought up at New Zealand. She wrote short stories and poetry under the pen name Catherine Mansfield. The story, The Little Girl, has been written by Catherine Mansfield. The story is based on the relationship between a strict father and his daughter. Initially in the story, the father is shown as very hardworking and strict disciplinarian, showing his anger when the daughter puts an obstacle in his work without knowing it. However, at the end of the story, the perception of the girl changes when her mother was hospitalized and her father takes care with a good deal of love and sympathy. Let us know the main characters of the story. Kezia, the little girl who is very close to her grandmother but always afraid of her father. Kezia's father, a hard-working and strict disciplinarian. Kezia was scared of him and used to avoid him. Let us be on the highlights of the story. The little girl Kezia is afraid of her father because of his hard and overbearing attitude. She stammers in his presence. Actually, she stammers because of her fear. Kezia's grandmother encourages her to get to know her parents better in their free time on Sundays. Once the grandmother suggested Kezia to make a pin cushion as a gift for her father on the occasion of his birthday the following week. And Kezia made the pin cushion, filling it by tearing up some papers into small pieces. And actually, she found the papers on the table of her mother's bedroom. And finally, because those were important papers for Kezia's father, that night there was a chaos in the house because her father could not find the papers on which he had written a speech to be delivered before the port authority. And finally, he came to know that Kezia had unknowingly torn it up and stuffed the pieces into the pincushion. So, having known the fact, the father punished Kezia by hitting her on her palms with a ruler. And after this incident, Kezia becomes afraid a lot. Kezia deeply admired the McDonald family living next door because the father of the family played with his children in his free time. And having seen the neighboring father, Kezia realized that there are different kinds of fathers. As prior, she used to think that fathers are always strict. She used to blame God, that why does God make fathers? One night, when Kezia's mother fell ill and was hospitalized, the grandmother had to accompany her, had to go with Kezia's mother. This way, Kezia was left only with her father in the house at that night. Kezia had a nightmare while asleep. She woke up in fright and found her father by the side of her bed. Her father took her to his own bed by taking her into his lap. He took her to comfort her and slept off as he was already tired. And Kezia, the little girl, suddenly realized that her father also was lovable and had a big heart. So, the story, The Little Girl, gives us a message. Actually, the moral of the story is that parents should not be indifferent to their children. They should show their love towards their children, even when too tired from work and do not have time for them. Thank you, students.